How is your prospecting going on? Now, I know that a lot of you are still hesitating, still holding back on reaching out to as many people as possible. You're afraid of, what if I make a mistake and lose that prospect? Let me wait till I learn everything and become good, and then I will prospect so that I don't waste people. What if because of making a mistake, somebody says no, and I lose that person? A lot of you are so afraid of losing people that you are not really spreading your wings. So this video is for all of you who are so scared to lose people because you're afraid of making a mistake while prospecting. Do you know how many people are there in the world? There are 7.5 billion people, billion with a B. Now, 1 billion is a 10-digit number. That is one followed by 9 zeros. That is 1 billion. So we have 7.5 billion, which is 7 and then 5 and 8 more zeros. Now, 60% of that 7.5 billion are of age group between 18 and 65. Do you know what that number is? 4.5 billion people in the world are between 18 and 65 years old. If you were to talk to one prospect and connect to a prospect, and if it takes 10 minutes for you to talk and then qualify and see if that person is suitable, at least on a superficial level, and if it takes 10 minutes for you to do it, and if you do that for 5 hours a day, you can only cover 30 people. Now, to cover 4.5 billion people at 10 people a day, it will take 150 million days or 411,000 years. That's how long it will take for you to cover that 4.5 billion people around the world who are between 18 and 65. Now, out of the 7.5 billion people, 20% of the people speak and understand English. So 20% of 7.5 billion is roughly 1.5 billion. Okay, so there are 1.5 billion English speaking people in the world. And if we say that 60% of them are between 18 and 65, that is 0.9 billion people. If you talk to 30 people a day to cover 0.9 billion English speaking people who are between 18 and 65 years old, it will take 30 million days or roughly 82,191 years. Now, let me tell you another thing. Roughly 100 million people turn 18 every year. If you can talk to 30 people a day, every day, do you know how many people you will cover in a year? Just 11,000 people. In 10 years, you will be able to cover just 110,000 people. That's it. There are a lot of people. There are a lot of prospects. There are millions of people who are qualified, who want it, who are desperately looking for an opportunity. But if you're afraid of losing people because you're afraid of making mistakes, you will never be able to reach these people who are desperately waiting for an opportunity. Guys, there are enough people in the world to build as many tracking centers as you want. But instead of that, if you wait for that, that one negative, moronic prospect, and then you're just waiting and praying for that prospect to bless you with that tiny 1,000 BV sale, you are losing out on all these people. So learn to prospect and qualify fast. If you learn that skill of qualifying prospects fast, I guarantee you, you will become extremely, insanely rich. So go out there and prospect. Don't be afraid. The only way to learn this skill is by doing it and making mistakes. How many mistakes are you going to make? 10, 20, 100, 200? That's it. Within 200-300 people, even a half dead person will be able to master this skill. So don't be afraid. Reach out to as many prospects as possible, in whichever way possible, with the intention of learning and mastering this skill. I wish you happy prospecting.